Mykhaylo Mudryk was one of the most sought-after youngsters in January 2023. It seemed inevitable that he would join the Gunners, but Chelsea swooped in, paid a bigger fee, and next minute you know he's holding the Chelsea jersey. However, this transfer saga had more ups and downs than you know. From crying at the airport to posting pictures of Arteta on the internet, I'm going to go through Mykhaylo Mudryk's transfer and his desperation to join Arsenal over Chelsea. But before I begin, it would be much appreciated if you could smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, and turn on notifications. It really helps the channel out. Mykhaylo Mudryk was born on the 5th of January 2001 in Krasnohod, Kharkiv Oblast. He began his career in the academies of Metalist Kharkiv and Dnipro before moving to Shakhtar Donetsk in 2016. He made his professional debut 2 years later, followed by loans to Arsenal Kiev and Desna Chernihiv. In 2023, he moved to English club Chelsea in a transfer worth an initial 70 million euros, rising to around 105 million euros, making him the most expensive Ukrainian footballer of all time and the most expensive player ever signed from the Ukrainian Premier League. Mudryk has been a Ukrainian senior international since 2022, having previously featured in several youth levels. In the 2018-19 season, he played for Shakhtar in the under-21 category. He was then promoted to the first team later that year, making his first team debut at just 17 years old on the 31st of October 2018 in a Ukrainian Cup match against Olympic Donetsk, which Shakhtar did win 1-0. After struggling to get playing minutes, he was loaned to Ukrainian Premier League club Arsenal Kiev in February 2019 for the remainder of the 2018-19 season. He played just 10 matches without scoring any goals. He did contribute with goals that did help Arsenal Kiev win the 2019-20 title. It would be in the summer of 2020 when things would start moving for Mudryk, as he signed a loan agreement with Ukrainian Premier League club Desna Chernihiv and qualified for the UEFA Europa League third qualifying round. He would stay for 4 months in Chernihiv and play 10 matches in the 2020-21 Ukrainian Premier League and once in the 2020-21 Ukrainian Cup. He would then return to Shakhtar, playing 3 matches in the 2020-21 Ukrainian Premier League, joining the reserve team and featuring sporadically for manager Luis Castro. In the 21-22 season, Mudryk found more and more space as a starter, especially with the arrival of Roberto De Zerbi at the helm of Shakhtar, who had the reputation of trusting in young players. With his previous managers failing to bring the best out of Mudryk, De Zerbi decided to recall him from his loan spell and requested a meeting with him. After the meeting, Mudryk developed a new mentality, and his manager considered him one of the best young players, adding that if he didn't bring him to a high level, he would consider it a personal defeat. On the 24th of February 2022, the Ukrainian Premier League would be suspended, meaning Mudryk would finish the season with 2 goals and 9 assists, being named the club's Player of the Year. With football resuming in Ukraine, Mudryk started the 2022-23 season by scoring his first Champions League goal and providing 2 assists in a 4-1 away win over RB Leipzig. This was then followed by another goal in a 1-1 Champions League draw to Celtic. His prolific form saw him score 7 goals and provide 6 assists in 12 matches, being named the Ukrainian Football of the Year and Shakhtar's Player of the Year. This would then lead to him signing for Premier League club Chelsea on an 8.5-year contract for around 70 million euros. But this was never actually what he wanted. His dream was to always join Arsenal. If you remember the amount of social media posts from Mykhaylo during the January transfer window, it was ridiculous. He was watching Arsenal matches and even put on his story at one point a picture of Roberto De Zerbi, his former manager at Shakhtar, and Mikel Arteta, stating that they were 2 top coaches. He was even liking Instagram Arsenal accounts posts about freeing him from Shakhtar Donetsk. He really wanted to come to Arsenal, and this was mutual, as Arsenal did bid up to 100 million euros at one point for Mudryk. But the structure of the deal didn't suit Shakhtar at all, so they entered negotiations with Chelsea and they came to an agreement. And Mudryk was already packing his bags to go to Chelsea. But at the airport, he would call up Arsenal asking if there was anything that they could do. He was in tears. He just wanted to join Arteta's Arsenal. But it was too late. Arsenal couldn't do anything and they weren't willing to match the structure that Chelsea had agreed with Shakhtar. Arsenal then ended up signing Leandro Trossard, who has been a magnificent addition to our squad. With Mudryk failing to hit the ground running with Chelsea, it looks like a masterstroke, but we must not forget that Arteta did rate Mudryk highly, and with his track record, I reckon Arteta could have got the best out of the Ukrainian winger. We lack that top end pace. Only Gabriel Martinelli has the ability to run past players and has the ability to make runs and then be found by a ball over the top or a through pass. I have no doubt in my mind that Mudryk would have been a success for us. He may not have got the move that he wanted, but now we're starting to see glimmers of his ability at Chelsea. But who knows what would have happened if Arteta got his hands on him. I guess we can kind of end this video by saying Mykhaylo Mudryk, what could have been.